Hello everyone, welcome to our personal development session with Ma'am Neri. For today's video, we have Module 24, make a genogram trace certain physical, personality, or behavioral attributes through generations. After going through this module, you are expected to 1. Define genogram, 2. Appreciate the importance of family genogram, and 3. Make a family genogram and trace physical, social, emotional, or behavioral attributes through generations. Before you can proceed to discover this module, you are given two sets of activities to answer to your own understanding. Set 1 is multiple choice test and set is an illustration analysis. Let's start. Multiple choice test 1. This is a graphic representation of a family tree that displays detailed data on relationships among individuals. It goes beyond a traditional family tree by allowing the user to analyze hereditary patterns and psychological factors that punctuate relationships. A. Biogram, B. Heregram, C. Genogram, D. Radiogram. 2. One of the advantages of describing family relationships through illustrations is to include some basic data found in traditional family tree. Which among the group is not included? A. Chronic illness, B. Gender, C. Family relationships, D. Social events. 3. Every member of the family should consider one's emotion because this affects family relationships. The emotional relationships provide an in-depth analysis of how these individuals in the family relate to one another. These statements are A. False, B. Maybe, C. True, D. Irrelevant. 4. It is a special symbol used to describe relationships, major events, and the dynamics of a family over multiple generations. Which shape symbolizes male member of the family? A. Circle, B. Diamond, C. Square, D. Triangle. 5. It is a special symbol used to describe relationships, major events, and the dynamics of a family over multiple generations. Which shape symbolizes female member of the family? A. Circle, B. Diamond, C. Square, D. Triangle. Activity 2. Illustration analysis. Directions: study the diagram below and identify the symbol and its meaning based on your own understanding of family structure. Refer to the assigned letters. Grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, son, daughter, aunt, uncle, cousin, niece, and nephew are but just a few words you will use in making a family genogram. You will be able to identify various family members in your family as well as other members of your kin when illustrating your family genogram. In this lesson, let us learn more about how your family genogram will help you trace physical, personality, or behavioral attributes through generations. As a student, you will be able to recognize your family members and describe each of them. You need to do some activities in this lesson. Also, medical, social, emotional, and mental relationships in the family will be represented to help you focus on the family information you want to know and further evaluate. Let us begin this lesson by letting you assess your learnings about the previous topics on family structures. The 3-coded column chart. Directions: read and analyze the following statements that describe the different family structures. Identify what family structures are described by the sentences below. Clue: each symbol in each item corresponds to a column in the given choices. Write the letters of the correct answer in a separate sheet of paper. Now start answering the activity. Tracing our family history may not only give us ideas of who are the prominent individuals who belong to our family tree, but most significantly, it will help us grow better. You will not only learn who your family is but how everyone is connected. For instance, a family genogram can tell you who is married, widowed, divorced, and the like. To begin a genogram, you will need to follow different steps to document your family history. Wise choice of symbols could lead to a well-illustrated family genogram. However, you are going to do the following activities first before going further with the lesson. Activity 1, the V-chart. Directions: think about your traditional family tree. Make a comparison between a family tree and a family genogram, refer to the pictures and write your description according to your own understanding. You can use a separate sheet of paper. Process questions: 1. How do you feel about the activity? 2. How do you compare family trees from genograms? 3. How is a genogram made? Are you ready to explore one? Do you like to make your own family genogram? A genogram is a graphic representation of a family tree that displays detailed data on relationships among individuals. A genogram is a more complex family tree because it describes not only the family's physical and social relationships but also the emotional connections and other family attributes are described. Genograms were first developed and popularized in clinical settings by Monica McGoldrick and Randy Gerson through the publication of a book in 1985. Genograms are now used by various groups of people in a variety of fields such as medicine, psychology, social work, genealogy, genetic research, and education. A genogram is also known as a McGoldrick-Gerson study. It goes beyond a traditional family tree by allowing the user to visualize hereditary patterns and psychological factors that punctuate relationships. It can be used to identify repetitive patterns of behavior and to recognize hereditary tendencies. Murray Bowen invented the concept of the genogram as part of his family systems model in the 1970s. Genograms were later developed and popularized in clinical settings by Monica McGoldrick and Randy Gerson through the publication of a book titled Genograms, Assessment and Intervention in 1985. Genograms are now used by various groups of people in a variety of fields such as medicine, psychiatry, psychology, social work, genetic research, education, and many more. Some practitioners in personal and family therapy use genograms for personal records and or to explain family dynamics to the client. A genogram is a family tree or map or history that uses special symbols to describe the relationships of family members over multiple generations. Like any other graphic organizer, a genogram makes it easy for a person to present and comprehend certain information. Additional genogram symbols. Emotional relationships, genogram symbols. Medical genogram symbols. Steps on how to draw genogram. 1. Know your reason for making a genogram to help you determine the type of family information you want to indicate. 2. Name all the members of your family kinship that you wanted to include in your genogram. 3. Organize questions to gather facts and figures about your relatives to be included in the genogram. 4. Write down notes how everyone in your family is connected. 5. Solicit information starting with the oldest generation down the line. Learning the skill, understanding genogram. Activity 1, Worded problem. Directions, make a family genogram using the situation below. Use another sheet of paper if needed. Juan, 48 years old, married Maria, 42 years old, in 2000. They were blessed with 2 children. Faye, 22 years old, was the eldest, and Jose, 20 years old, as the youngest one. However, as time goes by, problems and misunderstandings in the couple caused them to divorce their marriage. Due to the divorce of their parents, Faye decided to get married to Mateo, 26 years old, last 2019. They were blessed with twins named Noel and Noela. Maria then found her long-distance relationship with Nina, a 40-year-old lesbian. At present, Jose is living alone with his favorite pet, Lassie. Activity 2, Illustrated problem. Directions, study the family genogram below and describe the family relationships. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Process questions. 1. How did you feel about the activity? 2. What are the genogram symbols that you used? 3. Is making a genogram a good idea to describe one's family relationships? Why? 4. Why is a genogram important? 5. As an adolescent, how does the activity affect your perception of the family? What I have learned. Activity 1. Filling the blanks. Directions, carefully analyze each developmental concept about the genogram. Fill in the blanks with the letter of the correct answer. Choose your answer from the list of words/s inside the box. Activity 2. Mnemonics. Directions, rearrange the following steps from 11 to 15 in making a family genogram by considering the beginning of the sentences to form the mnemonic. Write A for the first step and E for the last step. Let us try to examine how well you have learned from this lesson by doing the activity below. Activity 1. Family genogram. Directions, make a genogram of your family by using the symbols that you have learned. Consider the family's physical, social, and emotional relationships, and other family attributes. Multiple choices. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. 1. What is this graphic representation of a family tree that displays detailed data on relationships among the individual member of the family? A. Genocide, B. Genogram, C. Genealogy, D. Generation. 2. Genograms were first developed and popularized in clinical settings by Monica McGoldrick and Randy Gerson through the publication of a book in A. 1985, born in 1988, circa 1995, D. 1998. 3. A genogram is also known as A. McCormick-Gerson study, B. McGoldrick-Gerson study, C. McJohnrick-Gerson study, D. McPatrick-Gerson study. 4. Who invented the concept of the genogram as part of his family systems model? A. Charles Bowen, B. Hari Randall, C. Marley Bowen, D. Murray Bowen. 5. Genograms are now used by various groups of people in a variety of fields like medicine, psychiatry, psychology, social work, genetic research, and A. Culture, B. Education, C. Philosophy, D. Society. Identification. Directions: study the genogram below and draw the symbols of the following identifiers. Next, name the genogram symbols used below. Additional activities: you had already learned a lot about family structure. This time, you are going to make legwork. Try interviewing your relatives about your family history. You may begin with your parents and then interview your grandparents for you to make the family genogram of your clan. Trace the history of your family considering the family relationships, emotional relationships, and medical history using the different genogram symbols. Consider a good layout in presenting your output. Include important details such as the complete name of your relative and their occupation or any legacy to where they become prominent. Then, write a short statement giving your assessment as to whom you have inherited some of your dominant characteristic traits. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Here is the answer key. Thank you so much my dear students for watching the video until the end. I hope you have learned on how to make a genogram and its importance in tracing your family. Please refer to the slides if you have topics that were misunderstood. Feel free as well to take a look at the other videos on personal development on my YouTube page. There are lots of videos suited for you as your reference. You may also like and share the videos to benefit others. So, there you have it. This is Ma'am Neri once again, your personal development teacher, teaching you the best of what you need in school and in life. Thank you very much and God bless everyone.